For thousands of years, ancient civilizations around the world have left their amazing and mysterious traces in the history of the planet by building supermassive structures that defy explanation. Our ancestors gave us puzzles that we still cannot solve, and today we admire and explore the amazing monuments built thousands of years ago, trying to answer some of the most important historical questions. How did civilizations that we used to think of as primitive manage to design and embody all this in stone? How did they manage to transport massive blocks weighing up to 100 tons? And most importantly, why are so many monuments structurally similar to each other, although they are literally located at different ends of the earth? What if all these ancient structures had a higher purpose? In addition to the fact that Earth is still the only planet capable of abundantly hosting life as we know it, our home world holds many other mysteries, and countless questions remain unanswered to this day. Perhaps the most intriguing questions we haven't been able to answer so far is it possible that ancient monuments were built with some higher purpose in mind? But what if these amazing structures were not built by chance, but were strategically located around the globe? Have you ever noticed that some megaliths seem to be interconnected? If you look at the world map, pay attention to the location of ancient monuments, you will notice that some of them can be easily connected with straight lines, as if ancient builders used complex geometry and mathematical equations embodied in stone, making the already stunning constructions even more mysterious. Many authors wondered, why were the pyramids of Egypt built? Moreover, we still have not been able to put an end to the question of the ancient Egyptians erected these massive monuments, and we fail to understand how the ancient Egyptians managed to place the Great Pyramid of Giza in the exact center of all the land on Earth. Did you know that the east-west parallel, which crosses most of the land, and the north-south meridian, which crosses most of the land, converge at two places on the planet and in the ocean, and the other exactly at the Great Pyramid? Don't you wonder how it was possible without the ability to fly? How did the ancients cope with this, not knowing what the land looked like at that time? Pyramids, especially those found at Giza, are not just a pile of stones stacked on top of each other, because it's easier that way. They represent an amazing achievement by several sciences together: geometry, physics, and mathematics, united in monuments that have stood the test of time brilliantly. For example, the weight of the Great Pyramid of Giza is estimated at 5,955,000 tons. If we multiply by 108, then we get the mass of the Earth. By its true lyrics, if we were to try to recreate the Great Pyramid of Giza today, we would have great difficulty in doing so. Despite our knowledge and modern equipment, this fact alone makes the pyramids of Giza a real ancient miracle. If you remember how many thousands of years ago they were built and what kind of construction equipment was then, according to academic science, none. We do not want to do justice to the ancient man who designed and built incredible structures, and are stubbornly trying to prove that they succeeded with the help of sticks and stones. Or, as some authors suggest, did they have much more advanced technologies than we are ready to accept and realize? Is there a small chance that in some way ancient cultures around the world were connected, either through a global consciousness or another global phenomenon that helped point them in a unified direction? This has led to the creation of countless ancient monuments that look the same, as if it were a global building process on a world scale, led by common leadership and coordination, as if every culture in different parts of our planet felt the need to place such monuments as the pyramids, Stonehenge, Teotihuacan, and other incredible places in well-defined places. These ancient civilizations created an incredible pattern. The pattern that we are identifying today and putting together, piece by piece, forms a huge puzzle. All ancient monuments are built on the basis of common knowledge. Many researchers think about the question of whether it is possible that the ancient monuments were placed in this order for a reason. Some of them are convinced that the answer must be sought in the megalithic structures themselves, where lies the secret code that can explain how, why, and who built and organize these incredible structures in the distant past scattered around the world. The more we explore ancient civilizations, their history, culture, and lore, the more we wonder how wrong we were about our species' past. The more we find, the more we realize how little we know. Maybe the ancient Egyptians did not place the pyramids at all. randomly, and all their construction projects, pyramids, temples, and tombs were tied to specific geographical points, and it is quite possible that other civilizations around the world did the same. Global Earth Network. Researchers have discovered a link between sacred structures and highly charged regions of the globe where the planet's electromagnetic energy accumulates. For some reason, these places were important and were of great importance for the ancients. But how did the ancients learn about these geographic points? The theorists of the ancient astronaut point to the so-called grid of the world or grid of the earth. This theory states that the ancient civilizations around the world deliberately built their monuments on energy lines of force that, when mapped and connected, create an impressive pattern, as if they were formed a kind of energy network when connected. The unusual idea of the Earth grid is that our planet is like a huge crystal in which energy flows through certain nodes. Energy flows intersect and move around the world. In fact, even before the theory of the ancient astronauts appeared, thousands of years ago, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato took the first steps to identify such places on Earth. Plato was one of the first to suggest that the basic structure of the Earth arose from the geometric shape, now known as the Platonic solid. What the philosopher did was extremely interesting because he described the Earth as being made up of 12 pentagonal faces and 20 vortices on the surface. When you take them all, attach them to them, go to the map and mark them, you realize that geometric formations appear among them. Lines, earth, everything becomes connected. Plato's soul of the world. In fact, Plato stated that there is a certain soul of the world, which he described as a sphere consisting of 120 equal identical triangles. Some researchers and scientists today believe that this can indeed be applied to the earth. Is it possible that a secret source of energy is hidden in these patterns? Some form of technology that could help ancient civilizations build their monument. It has already been proven that the Earth grid really exists, but can we use its energy like the ancients? Thanks to our advanced science and technology, today we are aware of the electromagnetic field and certain energies that are found on our planet. But how could the ancient builders know about this thousands of years ago? And if they knew about certain frequencies and energy, then did they really build the monuments, taking into account the subsequent use of these energies? Conclusion: what we see today is definitely evidence of the higher knowledge once present in ancient civilization. It turns out that they knew where to build and how to connect to the so-called energy grid. Many ancient cultures believed that everything would flow if they placed their monuments in specific planned places. This was practiced in almost all ancient cultures known to us, from the Maya and the ancient Egyptians to the civilizations of Mesopotamia and Asia. Therefore, it is likely that the ancient structures were designed and built as part of one global network. And maybe this is true not only in relation to our planet. The network could be larger and extend much further than Earth. What are your thoughts about this video? Do tell us in the comments.
With so many conspiracy theories out there, it's hard to keep track of them all. Welcome to What We Know, where we try to uncover the histories and mysteries of the world by presenting all different theories out there, and the only narrative we push is this. Here's what we know, make up your own mind.
If you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing to us and hitting the like button. Feel free to write a comment below and suggest which theory you want to see next. If you'd like to further support this channel, please consider joining. Our membership link will be found in the description box below. We appreciate your support, and as always, thanks for watching.